Pawan. Hi guys, good morning. Let me share my screen. What we need to discuss? Huh? Today we need to discuss about merge queries and append queries, right? So this week we need to discuss about tomorrow, just doubts clarification or anything. Every Saturday, this is what it is happening. Once each and every topic is completed, I will give some scenarios or I will give some questions to you. You have to prepare a documentation. I will tell you how to prepare a documentation also. So, as per your understanding, what you know that particular point you have to represent in that manner itself. Don't copy from my document itself, paste it. Don't do like that. Understand in your own words what you understand in that one. Okay, you have to write all the things in the document wise. I will tell you how to prepare the document. I will show you one sample document. So based on that, with the screenshots and everything, not only this topic, four topics are there, four related. Once that particular category is completed, I will give the real-time scenarios. DAX functions also real-time scenarios like that only. Okay. So, but every Saturday, doubts clarification. Okay. So whatever doubts you have it, we need to discuss those related things on Saturday itself. Huh? Online it is. Online and offline, I will tell you. Okay. In the Google Classroom, it is updated. Please check it. Okay. Tomorrow, every Saturday, most of the times, 99% is online only. Okay. So if anything, if it is offline, we need to intimate it before itself. Okay. So today, we will share the Google Classroom in that. Did a link shared in the Google Classroom? You guys need to get it from there. Okay. Okay. First of all, what is merge queries? Merge queries is nothing but, okay, if you want to get the column from another data set, if you want to get the column from another data set, we have to use merge queries. If you want to get the column from another data set, then we have to use merge queries. In SQL Server, what option it is? If you want to get the column from another data sets means, if you want to write multiple columns and from multiple data set means what concept we are implementing there? In SQL Server, In select statement, if you want to use multiple column from multiple data set means what concept? Very good, Srinivas. Joins, right? Joins is the concept, okay, which we are using the select statement multiple column from multiple data sets. Same as it is in Power BI merge queries option. Okay. What is merge queries? If you want to get the column from another data set, then we have to use merge queries. Okay. That means I have two data sets, not only two data sets, two data sets, for example. In one data set, in the first data, there are first data set and second data set is there. Second data set columns need to be added in the first data set. Understand what I am saying? Okay. Second data set columns, I want to add it in the first data set. Understand or not? Okay. For that, we have to implement merge queries. Okay. When you want like this, like say some other data set columns, I want to get it in another data set, then we have to use merge queries. If you want to implement merge queries, what is required? In joins, if you want to implement joins means what is required? If you want to implement joins between the data set means in between the data set, what? Common column. Common column. How the common column will be that? Data type must and should be same. Column name, is it required a same column name? If it is same column name also it is accepted. Different column names also it is accepted, right? I told you in that SQL server. Okay, how the common column requirement is like data type must and should be same, and what is the next rule it is? Similar values are must and should required. Okay. Then only we can call it as common column, right? So that's the reason you have to choose these things. Okay. If you want to implement merge queries means one common column must and should required between the data set. How the common column would be there? Data type must and should be same. Similar values are required. Okay. Not all the values are same. At least a few of the values, if it is matching, then it is fine. Matching means same values. Same values are required. At least few of the records having the same values must and should required into that one. Okay. Column name, any type of column, it is accepted. If it is the same column, it is accepted. If it is a different columns also, we can treat it as common columns. But the data type must and should be same, and similar values must and should be there in those common columns. Understand clearly or not? So if these two is if these two common column is there, then only we can implement merge queries. Suppose Vijay, there is no common column. That means there is no similar type of values are there. There is no same data type of columns are not there. But different columns are there, but common columns are not there. If it is common columns are not there, we can implement merge queries. Understand clearly? If you want to, that means if you want to implement merge queries, what is required? Common column must and should, first point common column must and should required. Understand? And another important point is at a time merge queries we can apply it on two tables. Merge queries will apply only on two tables. On two tables only we can apply the merge queries. Understand? If you want to implement merge queries means at a time we can implement on two tables. Understand clearly or not? Okay. On two tables only we can apply on. So once it is implemented with the two tables, after what result it is getting with that result, another we have to apply the merge queries on another table like that. But once at a time, we can apply the merge queries on two tables only. These are the important points. Understand clearly or not? So let's see. First of all, so I have the left table and right table is there or not? Okay. So first, minimum two tables are required. More than you can implement n number of. But see, at a time you can implement with the two tables only. Once what result it is getting, with that result again with another table you can implement the merge queries like that. Understand clearly? Here you no need to write any queries. Just select the tables and what common columns are there. Select it and click on OK. Then automatically it will apply. Okay. In joins, how many types of joins are there? Six types of joins. What is that? Left outer join, right outer join, full outer join, inner join, self join, cross join. Right? Here also same types of joins are there. Same how we are implementing the left joins in SQL Server, same it is. Okay. Here also, okay, we have what type of joins is left outer join, right outer join, full outer join, inner join, left anti and right anti. In place of self join and cross join, here we have like a different joins. It is. What are the different types of joins here? Huh? What are the different types of joins here? Left outer join, right outer join, full outer join, inner join, left anti, right anti. Understand or not? Suppose, for example, see here, I have the left table is there, right table is there. In the right table, I want to get the column, like what column it is? Sales column. Sales column need to add it in the left table. In the left table, in new column, we can apply what column we can add it here. The sales column, whatever it is there in the right table, that column need to be added there. Understand clearly? Is that clear or not? See here, this is the table, right? Left table and right table is there. Okay. What is common column here? What is the common column here? ID in left table. In right table? Huh? How the common column will be there? Data type must and should be same. Similar values are required. Those related columns only we can consider as a common columns. That means in these two tables, what is the common column? ID in left table, ID is the common column. That means see here, the values will be there. Okay. Similar type of values in this right table, what type of column it is? Product ID. Is the data type is same or not? Yes. Values are similar or not? See here. See here, like 1, 2, 3, 4 is there. Here, what are the values it is matching here? 3, 4 it is. That means similar matching values in those common columns. What it is there? 3, 4 is there. At least a few, not each and every value. At least few values, if it is matching, means that is fine. See here, even in that common columns, is the column names are same? I'm giving a different column names. Okay. Column names, whatever it may be, we can implement joins for that particular, but by using those two common columns. Okay. See here. Suppose in the left table, what in the right table, what is the sales column? Only I want sales column. I don't. That means, see, whichever columns you want to require in another data set, those columns only you can get it. It's not compulsory to get all the columns in that particular one. Understand or not? See here. Suppose, see here, when I want to implement merge queries. In merge queries, there are two types are there. Merge queries as new. What is that? Merge queries as new. Okay. Merge queries means, okay, what is merge queries means? Both are related, like outputs are same, but way of result it is showing. That means way of representation is different. I will tell you. What is merge queries means? In whichever, what is the data set we are selecting? Which data set is selected here? What is the data set is selected here? Left, these are the data sets here. Which data set is selected here? Left table. That means in that particular, which data set we are selected in the data set, other data set column. Sorry. See, what is merge queries means which data set we are selected in the data set, other data set columns are added. That it is called as merge queries. What is merge queries? Which data set we are selected in the data set, other data set columns are added. Okay, let's see how it. Okay, see here, this is the table. So which data set we are selected, that table first it will comes. This table we can call it as left table. Whatever the first table it is showing, that table we can call it as left table. Okay. Think like it. See how I explained clearly joins in that for SQL Server, same. In the Excel, I explained clearly, right? Okay, left table and right table, each and everything in the Excel itself clearly show how the data will be displayed and everything, right? Same. Okay. See here. So which data set we are selected? That data set first it will comes here. This we can call it as left table. Okay. Below that, what data set it is there? That data set, whatever data set we are selected here, this data set we can call it as right table. Understand or not? This is left table. This is right table. In this right table, what join kind operation we need to select it here? So based on that, it will be displayed. That means, see here, what are the join kind operations out there? See, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join, inner join, left anti, right anti. Okay. First left outer join. What is left outer join will do? Very good. Display all the record from left side table. Matching records only from right side table. That means when you are displaying a matching records, you need to match with the common columns only. Don't compare with other columns. Only you have to compare with the common columns, and whichever it is matching, those related records, it is displayed in the right side table. Understand clearly or not? See here. So after selecting a join kind, whichever is required join kind, that you have to select it. So after selecting a join kind, still the OK button is not enabled. Why? See, already in the drop down, I'm selecting this particular one, right? Still why OK button is not enabled? No. Because why this OK button is in disable means you are not selecting a common column between the data set. When you are selecting a common column between the data set, then only OK button is enabled. That means after choosing the tables, you have to select the common columns. Understand? So after selecting a common columns between the data set, then you have to click on OK. Understand clearly or not? See here. So what is the common column in the left table? ID. Okay. What is the common column in the right table? Product ID. Understand or not? Okay. Choose those columns and click on OK. When you click on OK, what will happen? See, all the right table related is getting from the left table, right? That's what I told you, right? What is merge queries? In which data set we are selected? In the data set, other data set columns are getting here. See here. So the complete data set is getting here. And which columns in that particular right table, what columns you required, those only you have to load. It means how you can do that one? That we click on this drop down. In this one, then see in that right table, what columns are there? Those you can see it here. In that, if you want to load all the columns, you can load all the columns. If you want only few of the columns, means those columns you need to select it. Whichever columns you didn't require it, you have to uncheck this one. Whichever columns are required, you have to check it. Whichever columns you didn't require, you have to uncheck those one. See here, in this one, I don't required ID column, product ID. I want only sales column. That's the reason I'm selecting this one. Whichever you check that one, that column only it is getting into that particular one. Understand clearly? Sales. And see here below this checkbox is there. You have to uncheck it. Why I am uncheck that one? Because what will happen here it is, if you check this one, whatever table name is there, what is the table name for that particular data set? What is the table name it is? Right table. Right table, right? Right table table name dot column name. Right table name dot right table. That means the table name dot column name. Table name dot column name. Like how many columns you are selected here? All the column names before the column names, table name dot column name it will display. Okay. See here. If you want, you can check it here. What is that one? Right table dot sales column. Like this it is displaying. Is this the table name is required? No, we didn't require it. That's the reason we don't want to use. You have to uncheck that particular one. Is that clear or not? Okay. When you are selecting this one at that point of time, you need to uncheck this particular one. Okay. And click on whichever columns are required. You have to check those columns. Whichever columns are not required, you have to whichever columns are required, you have to check those columns. Whichever columns you didn't require, you have to uncheck those columns. Understand? See here, sales column. But sales value, it is displaying only 2000 and 3000. Why other values are not coming here? Huh? See here, in the right table, what is that? Sales having like something is there, but only it is displaying 2000 and 3000. Why? Because in the both the data set, what common column we are taken here? ID and product ID. In those ID and the product ID, what values are matching? Those related sales only it is appeared here. See here in the right table, what is the common column here? Product ID. In the left table, ID. What values are matching in that one? 3 and 4. 3 and 4 related sales only it is appeared here. Remaining values related, it is not displaying. Understand clearly or not? Is that clear or not? This is how the merge queries will works. Understand clearly or not? Any doubts in this one? Hmm? Is that clear or not? Okay. So not only this one, there are different join kind operations will be there or not? Select the table here. What after that? Choose common column. Check that one. Otherwise, OK button is not enabled. Next, right out join means you know, right? Display all the records from right side table. Matching records from left side table. Understand clearly or not? Yeah. Understand or not? Is that clear or not? Okay. Only 3 and 4 is there. That's the reason. But in the right side table, all the records are displayed or not? See here. All the records are displayed here itself. If you want, you can. Understand or not? Product ID and sales is there. See all the record from right side table. Matching records from left side table. See here. Matching records only it is displaying here. Remaining records are null cities. Wherever it is not matching with the right side table, for those related rows, it is null cities. Understand or not? Okay. In the same step itself, I am applying a different join operations and see here. See here. Full outer join means all the records from both the tables will be displayed. See. Understand clearly? Is that clear or not? Hmm? Next one. Next one is inner. Inner join means matching record from what is the matching records here? 3 and 4 related records only it is displaying for both the tables. Understand clearly or not? Left anti means what is left anti? I will tell you. Left anti means the records which is there in the left table, not there in the right table, is called as left anti. Tell me now what is the output it is displaying. You understand what I'm saying? The records which is there in the left table, not there in the right table. Now tell me what records are displaying. See, this is the left table, right? This is the right table. Now tell me the records which is there in the left table, not there in the right table. What records it is? 1 and 2 records. It is displaying 1 and 2 records because in that left table 1 and 2 related records which is not there in the right table. That's the reason those we need to consider as a left handy. See here. Understand or not? See, these related in the left table, these related records are there. 100% in the right side, those related records are not there, right? What values are displayed here? Null values. Understand clearly or not? Right anti means? Huh? Opposite. Then what values it will display? Tell me. What is that? Very good. 5. Only fifth related record. See here. Only here left side fifth related. Right side it is left 5 and 4000. Left side those related records are there in the left table? No. That's the reason null it is. Understand clearly or not? Is that clear or not? Any doubts in this one? Okay. Is that clear for merge queries? Okay. See here. Next option is merge queries as new. Means what is the meaning of merge queries as new? Means it will create in the new data set. In the new data set, what data set columns are there? Those columns are added in that one. Understand or not? Now what will happen? In the selected data set, other data set columns are added. Now what will happen when you use merge queries as new option is there, right? When you are using merge queries as new option, what will happen? It will create in the new data set. In the new data set, what data set columns you are selected, those all the data set columns are added in that one. Understand clearly or not? See here practically. So what table first it is required? Either you have to select left table, right table, anything first you need to select it. Whatever on the top, whatever table it is there, that we can call it as left table. This is right table. Understand or not? What is the common column between these two data sets? ID and product ID only. Same. Nothing is changes in that one. See left out to join everything. Okay. And click on okay. See here. What will happen? It will create in the new data set. In that new data set, what is required? Suppose, for example, I required this one. Understand clearly or not? Is that clear or not? Is that clear or not? You understand the merge queries and merge queries as new? Merge queries as new means it will create a new data set. In the data set, both the data set columns are available. Understand? Anything. Suppose, for example, see, I'm applying already applied a left out join. No, I want to apply right out join. Then you can modify existing one itself. Which one you need to double click on that one? Which table it is? Which step I need to edit this one? No, you have to double click on the source. Double click on the source and what join it is that you have to apply it. Suppose I'm applying like this. Understand clearly or not? Is that clear or not? Okay. Now you understand merge queries as new. It will create in the new data set. In the new data set, what columns data sets are required, those are available in the new data set. Understand clearly or not? Any doubts in this one? Next one is append queries. Append queries is nothing but combining rows of the multiple data sets is called as append queries. What is append queries? Combining rows of the multiple data sets is called as append queries. Okay. See here. See, merge queries is nothing but getting a column from another data set. See, merge queries is nothing but combining the data set, not combining the data set. Merge queries is nothing but getting a column from another data set is called as merge queries. Next one is append queries. Append queries means combining a rows of the multiple data set. Combining a rows of the multiple data sets is called as append queries. What is append queries? Combining a rows of the multiple data sets is called as append queries. Okay. See, in merge queries, at a time, how many data sets we can implement? In merge queries, at a time, how many data sets we can implement merge queries? With two tables, only two tables. But in append queries, you can implement n number of data sets. Okay. That means what is append queries will do? Combining a rows of the multiple data sets. That means first data set rows, second data set rows, and third data set rows. All those rows will be combined into one data set that it will be displayed. Understand or not? Rows are combined here. Understand? Combining the rows of the multiple data sets. That means if you want to implement the append queries means at least two tables are required. More than two tables, you can take anything, but minimum two tables are required. More than you can take n number of tables into them. Okay. See here, let's prepare. So if you want to implement append queries means there is one rule will be there. There is one rule will be there. What is that rule? Column name must and should be same in all the data sets. What is that? Column names must and should be same in all the data sets. Data, whatever data you want, you can take it. But column names must and should be same in all the data set. Okay. Column name, data type also must and should be same. Okay. Understand or not? Column name, data type must and should be same in all the data set. Understand? Is that clear or not? Is that clear or not? And same number of columns in all the data sets. Suppose in first data set, you are using 4 columns. In the second data set, you are using 2 columns. It is not accepted. Understand? In the first data set, how many columns are there? Same number of columns in the second data set, in the third data set, in n number of data sets. Understand or not? Is that clear or not? Okay. So let's see. In append queries, how many types of append queries are there? See here. There are two types of append queries are there. One is append queries. Another one is append queries as new. Understand? Append queries. Append queries as new. Okay. What is append queries will do? Means see, both are similar like merge queries as new. In append queries, what will happen? In which data set we are selected? In the data set, other data set rows are added. Understand? In append queries as new means new data set, it will create a new data set. In the data set, what are all the data set rows are there? Those data set rows are added here itself. Understand clearly? So let's first we need to prepare for append queries related tables. If you want to prepare how the append queries data will be there, data, whatever you want, you can take it. But column names, what is the rule it is? Column name, data type must and should be same. And the same number of columns also same. Okay. In all the data sets, same number of columns also same. Okay. See here. So using enter data, I'm preparing this one. I will show you if it is different column name, what problems it is facing. Okay. See, different data I'm taking, right? See. Okay. Now, see, I am taking 3 days. Can we combine or not? See here. In all the data set, column name is same or not? See here. What are the rule? First rule is satisfied or not? You have to check it. Data type is same or not? Same number of columns or not? Huh? Then can we implement append queries now? Yes, right? Because all the rules are satisfied. Now you can apply it. Now, see here how you can apply the append queries. That means, so any of the option like append queries, append queries as you. Append queries means what will happen? In which data set we are selected, in the data set, other data set rows are added. If it is append queries as new means new data set, in that new data set, what are all the data sets you are pulling? Those data set rows will be mine. Understand? See here, suppose if you want to implement append queries on 2 tables, this 2 tables option you have to select it here. If it is more than 2 tables, you have to go to 3 or more tables. In 3 or more tables, you can take 1 table, 2 table, or anything you can take it here itself. See, what see here, these are the data sets are available in our in this Power BI, right? All these tables are available in this box itself. That means in the left box, all the data sets are available. Okay. Which data sets you want to combine it? Those related data sets you have to move to the right side of the box. Understand? Which data sets you want to combine it? Those related data sets you have to move to the right side. See here, append query, append 3 is there. Okay. And append 1, I want it. Then what you have to do? Double click on that particular data set. Automatically the data set is moved. Understand or not? See here. Double click. Moved or not? So which data sets are required? Those data set, double click on this one. It is moved, right? But you want to arrange it in a proper one. First append 1, after that append 2, after that append 3. Like this I want. In an order wise, I want to combine. So which data sets are required first? So you have to select the data set. Okay. And whether you want to move it down, see here, come down, scroll down. See here, these are the move up or move down options are there. Understand or not? Is that clear or not? Huh? So this is the one. Okay. And click on. Okay. So you have to, any data set, you have to either arrange it in a proper means, you have to use these 2 buttons, move up or move down, and click on. Okay. See here, what data set will be added? The new data set. What is that data set name? Append 4. In that append 4, all the data set rows are added or not? See here, Append 1 data, append 2 data, append 3 data is available here itself. Suppose, for example, if the column, any of the data set column name is different, let's see, it won't throw any error message. If you have the different column name, it won't throw any error message. See what will happen. Suppose, for example, in append 1, I'm changing the column name. But in append 2, append 3, same column names. Okay. Now, when you go to the append 4, see the result. See, name in all the data set name columns are same. That's the reason those related name column, what values are there, all those values it will appear here. Append 1 name, append 2 name, append 3 name values, all it is appear. But in this append 1, you will have a different column name is there, right? That different column name having what values are there, that it will be displayed. But in append 2 and append 3 having this different column names. That means, sorry, same column names. Okay. That related, it will displayed in the new column. See here, in this one, in this ID column, what values are there? Append 2 and append 3 related. But append 1 having a different column name and the values are also different. Those related values it is displaying here. Understand clearly or not? Is that clear or not? Is that clear or not? Any doubts in this one? Huh? So this is how the append queries will happen. Is that clear or not? Any doubts in this one? So that's the reason when you want to implement append queries means column names, data type, and similar values must and should be same. Understand or not? Number of columns, column name, data type must and should be same. Then only we can implement append queries. If it is a different column name, problems will be faced. Like suppose if you change the column name in the append 1. Now see, I just remove this particular step. Now see in append 4. Understand or not? Is that clear or not? Okay. Tell me, Sampath, your doubt. What is your doubt? You can unmute and speak it. Sampath.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, in second table, there are three columns. First two columns are having same data type and name. Everything will be same. If it is extra with third column,
Sorry,
is it
sorry.
in second? We are having three tables.
Mm.
Okay. In third table, we are having three columns.
Mm.
First two columns, product name, column name, and second column name and data type are same. Third is we are having extra column. We can append those columns, sir.
Yeah, we can append it. See, what Sampath is Kumar is asking is, in first data set, I'm using two columns. Okay. In the second data set, I'm using two columns. In third data set, I'm using three columns. Okay. So what he is asking is, in first columns. In second data set, I'm using two columns. In third data set, I'm using three columns. Is it combined? Yes, it is combined. It won't throw any error message. See here. Suppose, for example, see here. What is this one? Double click on the source and enter data. You can modify, right? Enter data table. So in that one, sales
Oh.
2000, 3000, 4000. Okay. Now, is it throwing any error message? No. See here, what will happen? Nothing. See here, ID name it is. Sales is the new column in the third data set. That means third data set related sales, whatever in whichever rows are there, those sales. But here, first data set and second data set doesn't have any column, sales column, right? So that's the reason null values it will be there. Understand, Sampath? Is that clear? Sampath.
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Yeah. Okay, this is how append queries work. Understand or not? Next one is, see here, combine values. I will tell you combine files in add column tab. In add column tab, how we can combine multiple columns, multiple files. Okay, I will tell you with the example. Okay, so next one is, this is not required. A related insights we are not using here. Understand clearly or not? Okay. Next one is, go to transform tab. Okay. Next one is transform tab. In this one, there are different options. We need to